J-Drone here. This is the Wraith from World Tech Toys that I've been doing some testing with. This is a stock battery. It's let's see, I think a 750 or something. An 850. It's an 850 mAh. This is an aftermarket OBBEY 1200mAh. We're gonna stick this in there, see if we get a better flight time than we did with this. I took the Tarantula X6's battery, I put it in there, and I got about a 7-minute flight time completely recording. We're not going to record it all on this. I want to see what the extended flight time I get off a battery like that. That's what they should have put in it. I don't know why they put such a small battery in it.
Alright, we're outside, guys. We're going to give this a flight. I did previously put the Tarantula X6's battery in this, which I'll upload that after this, and it got, I think, about a 7-minute flight, which was way better than the Wraith stock battery, which if I hit 3.5-minute flight time, that's being kind. But yeah, let's see what we get here. This is a considerable upgrade, just like the X6. The same exact batteries, again, dimensions are a little bit different, but upgrade for the Wraith, or the Wraith. It's called the Wraith, excuse me. Upgrade for the Wraith, as it came with an 850 mAh, and these batteries from the Tarantula and the OBBEY are 1200 mAh. It's a considerable upgrade. So I look for this to hit at least 7 minutes like the X6 did, and if it gets better, awesome. Then you have an extreme upgrade for this. And there was no issues with it fitting in the battery compartment. The X6, I also tried this OBBEY battery, 1200 mAh, and it was a little bit snug. It was a little bit thicker than the stock battery, so we had to just leave the battery door compartment off and put a little piece of tape over it, although I don't think it needed it because it was very snug in there, but just for safety precautions I put it in there, that way it didn't fall out during flight. This didn't need it. The battery compartment for this is wide enough and deep enough that it slid right in. Just had to tuck the wires in front, which I showed how to do that with the X6's battery, because it's kind of the same thing where you had to tuck them. But yeah, take this for a flight. This is debatably my largest quadcopter. I mean, this between the X6, it's comparable which one's larger. And as you can see here, this is a very stable flyer, extremely stable flyer. I'm not even holding the controller, and it's slightly drifting to the right. I'm trying to use my trims here and stabilize it. And now we're flying out, and again, I'm not lollygagging around. I mean, I could and probably break the time barrier with the Wraith and set some times. I'm not trying to do that. That's not accurate. I'm doing an actual flight here just to show you guys, if you got this OBBEY 1200 mAh battery stuck in your Wraith, it's a huge upgrade to show you what you're gonna get, because I'm sure you're not gonna be babying around. I'm sure you're gonna want to fly all over the place with this thing, just like I'm doing, and really have some fun with it. That's why I'm doing this. I mean, you have guys out there doing bench tests where they weigh down the legs and they throttle up, and essentially, and there you can see there's the controller, there's the drone, it's just sitting there. This is a very stable drone. I've played with the trims lightly, but again, you have those guys sitting on the bench throttling up. Essentially what they're doing is putting extra draw on the motors, like a lot of extra draw, because essentially it's weighted down. So it's like putting a brick on this and trying to fly it. I don't think it's good for the motors. It's not an accurate test. I mean, you have guys that are going to continue to do it and say, well, I got this such and such time. It's not accurate. Go out and fly it and then tell me what type of time you got. That's what I'm doing for you here. The Wraith drone, my first flight, very displeased with it. I guess I pushed the limits on its range too far, which I'm not doing here because of that. And this is my third flight with it. My second flight, I had the Tarantula X6's battery in it, and we did well. Like I said, we hit about that 7-minute mark. And we're gonna try to hit that with this, and if we go over, awesome. And if we go over by tons, yeah, these batteries, 2 of them, 19 and change on Amazon, 2 1200 mAh batteries. Crazy upgrade for this quadcopter for about 20 bucks. And as you can see, I'm literally walking around this. That's how stable this quad is right now. That's amazing. Very pleased with this quad after the second and third flight. You don't want to take this up too high. I will get my altitude meter. I will get in wide open field and take it up too high, and it will probably lose range and it'll probably drop down, but I'm also not going to have the camera on it as I do right now. I don't have the camera on it for the simple fact that we're doing a time test, and I didn't want that drawing any type of energy from the battery. If I did have it on, it'd be drawing energy. And there you see some funnels, and we'll try to tighten them up a little bit. There's some tighter funnels for you guys. That's all a part of flying. I mean, once you get the hang of left to right, forward and back, and doing slight turns, you can start doing funnels. You can do backwards funnels. You can rotate your funnels to the left, to the right, and vice versa, doing backwards. And it really, you got to really be in sync with the quad, and it's so fun to do. I mean, this isn't just a paper airplane that you're throwing and it's going wherever. You're in complete control of these things, and that's why I love flying these. And again, look at the stability. I'm amazed by the stability. I don't know if it's because I'm so used to flying in wind, and there's literally no wind right now. There's probably not even a quarter-mile wind right now, that this is so stable, or if this quadcopter was built to be this stable. Again, I've played with the trims a little bit just to try to get that gyro the way that I wanted it, and so it's super duper stable. But prior to me doing that, I noticed, wow, this is pretty stable. And I generally don't play with trims, but this has me wanting to play with them almost to get it just sit kind of like it is right now. And again, I'm walking around this. I'm not using my controller at all, and it's just sitting there. It's pretty cool. As you can see, I have my finger on the trim button to bring it backwards. It's coming backwards. It's going to the left, so I'm going to trim to the right. And guess what? It's lightly going to go to the right. That's how you play with trims. I haven't gone into that too much. Eventually we will go into that, and maybe this is the perfect quad to do it. And here, trimming backwards. And guess what? Here it comes. I'm not using my controller at all besides my trims. Right now, guys, we're at 7 minutes and 53 seconds. We're going to take those 53 seconds at setup. We're at 7 minutes. This battery is comparable to the X6's battery and dominates the stock battery that came in it. We're almost double, we're over double what the stock battery gave me. And we're right along line with the X6 Tarantula's battery, and we're still flying. So that's telling me something. If we go another minute to 2 minutes, this is a super upgraded battery from the Wraith's original battery. And it's also a mild upgraded battery to the Tarantula X6's battery. I did fly the X6 with the same identical battery. I got 2 of them in the mail. And I flew the Tarantula X6, which I was normally getting like 7-minute flight times. I got an 8-minute flight time, a little over 8 minutes, so it was over a minute or so. And being with this, that being said, I got about a 7 with this, with the X6's battery in it. I'm looking to get an 8, which in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bam, we just hit the 8-minute mark. So we've hit the 8-minute mark on this with the OBBEY 1200mAh LiPo battery, which is, we're well over a minute of the X6's battery, so that tells me this is a little bit better battery. And that's what it's been. The 850 mAh, the 600 mAh have all dominated the stock batteries that came in these things. I'm impressed with this company. URL is going to be on the bottom. That was a good catch. I'm J-Drone. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Have a good day.